Hello everyone, welcome back to Walk With Me Gaming. We're back to playing Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. Now, when we left off, we had a little traveling to do. I ended up having to completely turn around because I couldn't get around the mountains. So, yeah, probably a good thing that we paused where we did. I have no idea who this person is at this campsite, so we're gonna see what we get. Oh, this is a first meeting. Interesting.
Howdy, stranger.
Old cowboy.
You passing through? This here desert is my home. Tourists like you ought to be careful if you ain't used to the heat.
Oh, don't worry, I don't got any skin.
I grew up on my Uncle Eddie's ranch, where I learned riding and cattle rustling. But it's government land now. Seems like all government land these days. Now I'm traveling around the ranches that are left. Some folks would call me a cowboy.
It feels weirdly progressive.
Not many is used to, mind.
But
I've been training to ride and rope for
but it
almost
feels
half
realistic,
my life.
set in this time frame too.
Name's Raymond Edward Dawson. Ray
Nice
for
to meet
short.
you, Raymond Edward Dawson.
And this sleeping beauty over here is Poncho. I bet you've seen some really wild, exciting stuff out there, though. Tell me about it.
Exciting, huh? I guess that would be what? Adventurous stories? Yeah. Oh, we got those. I think the rodeo counts. I would assume so.
What a story.
I mean, you
Man,
know
I
your
never go
rodeo
bored
stuff,
sharing a campfire with you. Back in
Well, I do have
Chicago,
over 100
Paul was
stories.
threatened to send me to Eddie's ranch
I
if
gotta
I
turn this
didn't
down a little bit
behave,
for myself.
like it was a death sentence. It may not sound like luck, but Paul drinking himself to death meant I was free to come out here. So, you got any good sad stories to share?
Sure I do. I got some tragedy.
That's a heavy one. Thanks for telling it.
You're welcome.
Sad? I was sad to see the ranch go, yeah. Would have been one thing if it had just kept on being a ranch in someone else's hands. But going to the government?
Yep, can't trust the government.
Well, all I know is Eddie wasn't too friendly whenever those folks in suits came around. So, you know any good jokes?
That's a very casual way of asking for a funny story. I like that. Humorous stories. Let's see. None of these ones are funny. Mostly scary. Well, this guy's funny, apparently.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna
That's a
tell
good
that
one.
one next time I share a campfire. Death. Yeah, Uncle Eddie died. He didn't have a will. Maybe he felt like writing one meant he was giving death permission to come knocking.
Ah, so that's how the
Death
government
don't
took his
care,
stuff.
though. He'll come around unannounced, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Of course, he was a
But
smoker
anyway,
and a drinker for 50 years.
You know some
so-
funny stories, right?
More funny, huh? I guess the Bizarre Children's a funny one. I think. I'm trying not to reference the stuff as much as possible.
And that's happiness for you.
Apparently, that's
Joy?
not funny.
Well, nothing makes me happier than the desert. And that word, nothing, that's the key. Nothing in front or behind you for miles and miles. It's all yours. And not yours, all at the same time.
I think
You know?
that's a very reasonable
But
assessment.
anyway, amigo, what's the most exciting thing you've seen out here on the road?
This guy somehow feels like the most realistic character. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I want to switch this one out. I don't know anything about this street
Amigo,
thing.
who do you think I am?
I mean, your eyes are open.
I can tell that tearjerker ain't true. My only family
Okay,
was
that's a
Uncle
sad one.
Eddie and
Good
the
to know.
folks at the ranch. Now, it's this here desert. The trees, the rocks, all the little critters in it. And Poncho here, of course.
Of course.
Even without the ranch. I got plenty of family around. Hey, anyway, Uncle Eddie always said it's rude to keep on gabbing about yourself. So I'm headed out. Going up this way, staying off the road. Maybe.
Hey, that's kind of how we
I'll catch you later.
We only take the roads if they make sense. Alright, let me just verify. I need the unseen. I don't need to see this. Oh boy. New Mexico, huh? Nothing down there for us. Already done the traveling around there. We should hit these spots and then I guess we'll head north. Up around this bend here. We'll hit up our old storytelling grizzly bear man. I'm curious, have I been to Denver before? Because it feels like I haven't.
The policeman mines you
right
for
here.
news from anywhere but here.
Must have been one
as
of the
his
only
radio
big cities I
burbles.
skipped.
You catch a snippet
Armed robbery in progress at...
before he turns it down. He waves a hand.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it's just
I'm the
Willie.
robber.
Every month after his paycheck goes in, he marches into the bank with his 45 and demands cash. Candace gives it to him and deducts it from his account later. Right you are. No harm in it.
I guess
Truth is,
if he's having fun.
Billy just ain't very good at using banks. That's no crime.
Gunshots sound a few blocks away. His eyes widen. He kicks the car into gear and roars off, shouting into his radio.
Maybe
You get
it's
to
not
the
that
bank
guy.
several minutes later. There's a crowd gathered round the entrance, blocking your view. But the action's over. A woman turns to you.
Oh,
Someone came in waving a shotgun. Willie was there, put him down, but... Poor Willie.
oh, that's a sad one. A sweet one though. At least the guy. A zombie, huh? The ghoul frightened folks, screaming jokes from his grave. Is that my dead body? That's pretty good. Hold on now. Denver, Colorado. I don't know what any of the cities are in Wyoming, so if there's travel options in Denver, I don't know it. Well, let's try for some money. Sure, I'll watch the dog. And let's see what we
Jagged
got here.
sandstone rises above the lip of a hollow basin in the rock. A crowd is gathered
Would
in
have
the
been nice to take the
foothills.
train up here.
Their excited whispers wash over you, echo off
Good
the
old Red
ochre
Rocks.
outcrops. You can almost pick out fragments of conversations.
I'm gonna stick with the crowd.
The voices around
Dude,
you are
Red Rocks was a
heightened by
pretty
the
cool
surrounding
experience,
stones.
gotta say.
An argument hissed from behind clenched teeth sounds like shouting.
It's cool how they took this
A
giant
child's
thing in the
plaintive
rocks and
cry
just
sounds
made it
like a
into
shriek.
this stadium, essentially.
Beneath these,
Still sad
there are
that
older voices,
I could have seen
ones that belong to the earth.
the South Park concert.
The rocks
Oh,
preserve
I couldn't
them.
have. I wish I could have.
A woman steps forward. The crowd parts for her. She opens her mouth and begins to sing. A smoky, vibrant alto. The sound resonates
really
in the
nice.
basin, and the mountains join her in a reverberating round. Even after she finishes, the soft strains of music linger.
That's a very nice story. What do we got here?
A cop stopped a truck from the nearby army base. The driver is furious. He yells, "Hey, get over here!" Shit. You approach. He tries to give you a case of liquor. No way, the cop shouts. Have your little speed limit power trip, the driver barks. Major needs his booze now. Run this half a mile down to the base. They'll give you something nice, orders the driver. Ridiculous, the cop blusters. You imagine someone like yourself walking into an army base with a major's box of personal booze and are inclined to agree.
Yeah, I think I'll
You shake
pass
your
on
head
that.
and leave.
Also,
Not 10 minutes later, the truck cannons past. The driver leans out the window,
oh god.
extends his middle finger, and screams, "Hey, you!" before suddenly rolling off the side of the road and out into the corn. You hear the bottles shatter
Oh,
and his furious cursing.
yeah.
You bolt before he can take his revenge.
Idiot. Clearly would have made it there before I would have anyway. Alright. Do I just gotta head straight north? Straight north and a little west. No, every time. Hope I can get around these mountains. Hope that's it up ahead where I'm heading. Love these train tracks crisscrossing through the mountains here. This feels like a complicated level, just having to work my way around. Oh, jeez. Well, shoot. That might complicate things a little. Can I cut through the mountains here? Kind of looks like I can. Let's see. There's something here. Dang, I might have to go down and around again. This damn mountain range is killing me. Oh, no? Is it in here? Hey. We're just a little nook in the middle of Appalachia. Or wait, is that Appalachia? I don't know. I'm not good with my geography. Let's see what we got here.
Oh no. He's not coming over to you, is he? Hello there, the preacher says through a glued-shut smile that's too wide and too smug. Have you heard the good news?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Bang! He smacks you
What?
across the face. And tell me, goddammit! He screams, dropping his Bible and grabbing your face with gnarled
What
hands.
the hell?
Tell me! Drives his thumbs into your
Jeez.
eye sockets until finally some good Samaritans drag him away and off to the drunk tank.
Okay. Was not expecting that for... Was not expecting that to happen. Just slap the hell out of me. Assault me. Jackass. Hope this place is giving out sandwiches. Oh, thank goodness. Well, thank you very much. Oh, gosh. I can't get to those ones. Oh, they're on the other side of the mountains. Damn it. Well, at least we got that one. At least if we gotta go back for 2, it's better than going back for 1. Because this one would have been annoying as hell. Huh. We'll just have to find our way around the mountains. Sucks, but whatever. It's part of the deal, I guess. Billings. Okay. I have no idea what stories this guy knows now, so... guess we'll just have to see. I know I've told him a bunch of tales already.
Well, look at that. You're back. Come to hear more about my Louisa? Back
It's only the
then, I
second time
thought
we've
it would
met.
all work out.
Really?
There was always
It might have
problems,
just been
but
the first time I
I
didn't have
loved her
enough
more than
stories
anything
for
in the
him.
world. And for a while, that was enough. But you know, the books I miss the most is the hopeful ones. Got any of those?
Yeah, hopefully I got some that you haven't heard. Let's see. Yeah, I think. There we go. I thought so.
Well, that one sure makes me smile.
Whoa.
Thought I knew what love was. I loved my mama, even my daddy after a fashion. But once I saw Louisa and the daughter we
She was
brought into
something
the
special.
world,
Aw.
it's like I'd been blind before. So I miss them blood-pounding adventure stories. You got any like that?
I think I got some of those. I don't think I've told you many adventures. I've already told you several adventures. Okay. I think the plain girl is a good one. Can't find it on the list here though. That might be hopeful though. Bridge builders? Do I have those? I might not. These were bridge builders, and then they turned into
My
flying
blood's
people.
pumping. That's the kind I used to like as a boy.
Yeah.
They say when you get hitched, you give up your freedom. Freedom to do what?
Hey, it's not. You're not giving up freedom if you.
I got
really love
freedom
it.
now. Look where it's got me. Anyhow, you got any stories that end looking up?
Something hopeful. I got some hopefuls. I think that's a hopeful one. The girl with the plane.
Leaves a warm feeling in your chest, huh?
I'm gonna have to change up a bunch
My
of
wishes?
stories if I run into him again.
Thought I wanted a dame who kept quiet, wouldn't give me any lip if I stayed out too late. Instead, Louisa marched in with a sharp tongue and a wink, and I got everything I never knew I wanted.
You know, a little control's not the worst
But you
thing.
tell me, what's the wildest thing you've seen on the roads out here?
I think this one counts as an adventure.
That's the kind of adventure that sticks with you.
Yeah.
First time I stepped out with Louisa, I put on my Sunday clothes,
I wish
bought
there was a way that they
carnations,
tracked the stories so that they knew.
got so nervous
So you
I
knew
gave the
which ones you already
corsage to her
told.
daddy instead of her. He never let me. But you tell me, what's the wildest thing?
I don't want to spoil all my wild stories. Talk about some fishermen.
World ain't always like that, you know. Me? I never wanted to settle down, get married, think about the future. Till I got stuck on Louisa. Then I couldn't help it.
That's what happens when you find the
The
right
future played on my mind, like Louisa played with my heart. Well, here's the sun.
one. Ooh,
Gotta
dang.
get going soon.
Going way west.
All this talk makes me think about my girl. Before our daughter, I never knew what it was like to have a life depend on mine. But once I held my baby
I
girl
feel
in
like
my
this guy
arms,
might be
I
the most relatable.
finally learned my
character
daddy's
to me.
lesson. What about you? What lessons do you learn as your life goes twisting along?
I'm learning a lot. Alright, so he's way west. Wait, I missed one? Oh, shoot. Can I cross through here? Oh, man. How did I miss one? Okay. Ah, there it is. Well, at least I didn't go too far. But I gotta get that one. Otherwise, it's gonna be the only thing in the middle of nowhere. And I ain't coming back for it. That's a lie. I would be coming back for it. It would just be annoying. At least with most of these, it's like, if you waste some time, you're only wasting about a minute. Let's hear a good tale.
The two youths jump when they hear you.
Oh, thank fuck. Thought you were our pa.
The boys are near identical. Tall, ash blonde, blue-eyed, and smothered in freckles. Even their temperaments seem alike. Their quick smiles are gleeful.
Wasn't like
Do us a favor, would you? We need you to take these sheep away.
He points at the sheep. The tiny lamb is suckling.
Oh no.
Its wool is blood-stained. Can only be a few hours old.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do with them. We just need them off the farm.
Yeah, I need an explanation. on
Revenge,
that.
mostly.
What?
The boys are grinning. Was that a joke?
Pa gave Lenny
Lenny nods.
a beating for stealing from our neighbors. Wouldn't listen. It was me,
Oh,
not
gosh.
him. So we're gonna hurt Pa back. He was up all night. Was a breech birth. He'll feel the loss.
It's a bit of a dick move.
Well, you can fuck off then.
Was that Lenny? Or the other one?
You're just another fucking do-good. Think we want to steal? Not like Pa pays us for our work. We take what we deserve.
The look the boy and his brother share is vicious. As
I
you
ain't
head
messing
away
with them.
from the field, you pass the porch of a farmhouse. An old man lies in it dozing.
Ooh.
He's surely the twins' father.
Well, I'm not gonna collaborate with the twins, but
From the sounds
I
of
ain't
it,
gonna mess with that
the
either.
twins have long caused problems. He'll know they must be up to something. Some things are for families to resolve without outside interference.
Yeah, that ain't my business. Okay, so I gotta go up and around. Damn it. Man, he traveled far. I might actually, we might actually hit that up then. Because once we get to him, we can just then keep heading back east. Just that straight line of the couple of stories that we got left. Out here. There's plenty more on the East Coast, but not too many in the middle of the country. They're pretty well scattered. Which makes sense. It fits the it fits the reality of this. Like, you go out into the mountains and stuff, things are scattered. Like it's a few big cities and otherwise it's just lots of small communities hidden away between the mountain ranges. Got a few highways connecting everything, and that's about it. So my tourist traps were so easy to make. 'Cause all you needed was a handful of things in one place, and you're like, what else are you gonna go see? Gotta change out the laundry soon. Is that both of them? I think I see them. These mountains are just causing me all sorts of trouble today. And yesterday. Or whenever I recorded. I was gonna say, where's that other one? Let's go to that one first. That was quite the whistling session there. Should have, I think this will be my first of 2 recording sessions tonight, and then I should be good for 5 weeks worth of content, which is crazy that I've had this much time. And between this and doing stuff at work and all that, like,
behind you,
jeez,
then slows to a
horrifying.
crawl at your side. Inside, you can barely see people moving, dancing, swaying. Strings of lights, strange smoke.
Want a ride?
The driver calls. Before you can open your mouth, a huge hairy hand, like an animal's paw, lands heavy on her shoulder. Not this one, a voice growls, so deep it vibrates your ribcage.
that is a horrifying image.
Driver shrugs, leaves you in a cloud of perfumed exhaust.
That strange buzz. I am gonna change up my stories real quick before we run into that fella, because I know I gotta change them. And back to it.
Downtrodden folk have transformed this public park into a shanty town.
Looks like something
People wander
transformed
in and
inside
out
the
of
shanty
makeshift
town too.
shacks, their homes of cardboard and rusted metal. No one seems to mind the demon who roosts on an unconscious neighbor in broad daylight. The demon throws both his hands up. His little wings flap
Hey
with
man, I'm just
nervous
trying to exist
energy,
too.
like a hummingbird in flight.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy there, friend.
meter.
Ain't hurting anyone here. Just feasting on some nutritious dreams.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Don't worry about him. Can't move
Oh,
a
so you're
muscle
sleep
while I'm
paralysis
perched up
demon.
here.
The wind carries over the demon's breath. The scent of a lit match dropped in a trash can.
Hey, I can't decide what to eat. Help me out.
Take his fear away.
Love me some fear.
The demon sticks one long finger up the sleeping man's left nostril. A circular shape darkens his pants, then flows outward. You smell ammonia. The demon pulls his finger out of the man's nose, who begins to snore.
He was dreaming about cleaning his teeth, so I turned his toothbrush into a knife.
The demon throws his
Because you're
head
not
back
eating the
and
dreams, you're
cackles,
changing the dreams.
a sound that reminds you of shaking a box of Cracker Jacks.
All right, I'm stuffed to the gills. See you around?
He hops down from the bench and saunters off,
Don't turn my toothbrush into a
Whistling.
knife.
terribly out of tune.
Of course it would be. Alright. How far am I going? Oh, man. Alright. North and just a little bit west. Hope this is about right. Should probably change the laundry soon. Probably take a pause after we talk to our fireside chat here. I think I see him in the distance, so that's good. Means I don't have to climb any more mountains, hopefully. Our mountaineering skills are a little bit limited as a skeleton. Looks like a cozy little town up there. I'm gonna be sad when this game ends. This is gonna be one of my longest video series, and I don't care, because I'm just really enjoying this. Though, again, the fact that I just learned how to auto walk and how to change out stories. Like, thank goodness we learned how to change the stories, otherwise we would have been in big trouble trying to pick from like a tiny collection of stories that we had and not being able to adjust them until we found new ones, basically. That would have been trouble. You got some alterations on my tails? The haunted store. Alright, friend. You gonna be all dressed up?
I had me a wife,
Not
a
quite.
baby girl, but no livelihood. I tried my hand at my daddy's factory work, but I wasn't up to snuff. For every bottle I filled on the line, I emptied my soul. When the war started, I figured I'd fight for my country. But they wouldn't take me on account of all those years reading. Couldn't see well enough. But the Merchant Marine, they took me as I am. And then I had everything.
What is a merchant marine?
So I miss them blood-pounding adventure stories. You got any like that?
I might. I hope I changed out enough. Let's see. Is the Jackrabbit one? Or is that just a funny one? I think the Jackrabbit counts as one. The Jackalope.
That's the kind of adventure that sticks with you.
Sure does.
My home. When I was a kid, home was my daddy on his chair and mama listening to the radio. But for a while there, the sea was my home. As welcome as a worn leather seat.
Sounds
Its
pretty
call
nice.
sweeter than any music. But you tell me, what's the wildest thing you've seen on the roads out here? Anything good and exciting?
Alright, more adventures for you then, huh? I think. There we go. Cool. I was like, I know we have this one.
My blood's pumping. That's the kind I used to like as a boy. Bondage. You take an oath when you become a mariner, binding you to fulfill your duty to the United States. But that bond don't go both ways. But you know, the
Accurate
books
today,
I
too.
miss the most is the hopeful ones. Got any of those?
I might have a something. Did I change out the bizarre children? I think I did. I think the ring is one.
Well, that one sure makes me smile.
All right.
Joy. You ever been in a ship rolling on the open seas?
I have not.
Crash of the waves,
I'll
the
pass on
captain
that
yelling
one.
orders. Those
I do like
stories
being
couldn't
on a
hold a
boat.
candle to the thrill of really
But-
being in the thick of it.
No.
So I miss
Not
them
at that level.
blood-pounding adventure stories. You got any like that?
More adventures, huh? You're feeling adventurous. You're missing your old naval days, huh? I feel like this is an adventure, right? Maybe that's just scary. That might just be scary.
Ooh,
Oh,
tell another
counts.
like that and you could write a good rag.
Already
Remembering,
in.
the torpedo took us all by surprise.
Dang.
deafening clash of metal pierced the quiet, a flash of light, and then the screams. Oh, those screams. That ship was shot right out from under me. Anyhow, you got any stories that end looking up? I miss those hopeful ones.
Another hopeful one. All right. This feels hopeful. Maybe.
Leaves a warm feeling in your chest,
Great.
huh? I had a
About
family,
halfway there.
but out on the sea, I got another. One I hadn't reckoned on. Good men all. Crying shame what happened. To all of us.
Accurate.
Ah, here's the sun. Time for me to get going.
Well,
If you ever find
Maybe I'll come
yourself
across
over
you.
this way, ask around for me. I'll have
Keep a
more
lookout for
stories
you.
for you about the sea and the brothers I left behind out there. They're always on my mind. Always will be.
it's so interesting to see the progression of some of these stories. 'Cause some of them, dang, oh man. Okay, how do we get there? Warping my stories again. Alright. Anyone want to pick up this old bag of bones? Nope. Wrong way. Well, considering we gotta pass through the mountains, I think this is our best bet no matter what, right? We're just gonna run right back into them. And then head up north. Because passing through this mountain range is the toughest part of it. So, since we're gonna come across him anyway, we might as well wrap things up with this guy. And I think then we'll be able to finish. Let me change out these stories real quick. You don't have to watch this part. I think we should be good. Because then all we gotta do, head straight north, right? Yep, looks like it. Yeah, perfect. Well, it works out well, I guess. This game just turns me into a country bumpkin with my voice. Can't help it. It's just easy to copy. Something about that southern drawl. It's just a satisfying form of communication. It's funny how they use the same pictures for like different things, but like to me that picture is always just gonna be the angry kid telling me that I have to pay a toll. Alright, we're on chapter 3. Bet he's gonna transform.
For a
right?
moment, when I saw you coming close to the fire, I thought I saw a friend I made in port years ago, far away from here. Haven't seen him in years. Never will again. Anyhow, you got any stories that end looking up? I miss those hopeful ones.
You're just all hope and adventure. Shoot. For one. The molasses one, right?
Leaves a warm feeling in your chest, huh?
Alright.
Joy.
We're getting there.
You ever been in a ship rolling on the open seas? The crash of the waves, the captain yelling. So I miss them blood pound.
I don't think I'd do that, sir. I think this one counts as an adventure.
That's the kind of adventure that sticks with you.
Ooh, we're close.
My fate? I was supposed to be in the cargo hold. Crate of munitions got loose, but I was running late.
Dang,
If I'd
you
been there when the
exploded.
ship got hit, done what I was told, I'd be dead for sure. Maybe it'd be better. But you tell me, What's the wildest thing you've seen on the roads out here? Anything good and exciting?
More adventures. I knew you'd want more adventures. You just... I should have picked a dog locked in the car. Is the White Rider scary? Yeah, the White Rider I think is scary. Not organized by alphabetical order on here. It's the strange bus, the radio, the bear, the dog, the bull with the flaming crown. Didn't I have that one? I do. Yes, great. There we go. Give you a little adventure.
My blood's pumping. That's the kind I used to like as a boy.
All right, we got eyes open.
Authority? You pegged me right. Never liked being told what to do. Not the way my father dished it. But when it comes to the sea, you do what you're told. For yourself and your brothers.
I mean...
But you know, the books I miss the most is the hopeful ones. Got any of those?
I think this one's a good, hopeful one.
I ain't getting the joke.
Apparently not.
My future. The moment our ship got hit, everything went black. I opened my eyes and nothing changed. I could hardly see. My future ended
how
right
much
there.
Of his story he's telling in order, or if it
Anyhow,
is depending
you got
purely
any
on
stories that
picking
end looking up?
what I picked?
I miss those hope.
I don't know. Definitely not the wounded soldier. I think this one counts for that.
Well, that one sure makes me smile.
Well, I'm glad.
I loved my family. But when I entered the service, I fell in love with the sea and my brothers. You think your heart can't make room enough, but it grows bigger than you can imagine to fit them all in.
Bigger than you can imagine.
Well,
Dang,
time to get
dude.
going.
I guess I won't see you
I'm
for a
off
while.
this way when the sun rises.
Well,
Talking with you brings it back. The good and the bad. And the bad's what sticks. I died the day my ship was sunk. I felt alive on that sea with my brothers. Almost wish I never felt that way. Never knew what I'm missing now. Maybe I'll find it here at the bottom of this bottle.
I don't think you will, sir. Alright, well, guess I'll have to wait around to see him in the future. North we go. Leaving all these folks behind out west. Because I'm just not feeling like traveling all the way back to see him again. Who do we alter? The bull. Alright, well. How long have I been playing for? I feel like I should go pause so I can change the laundry. Or I could just keep playing. You can't tell me what to do at 3 in the morning. I'm in my own control. Did some cooking this week. Made some pretty good stuff. I was pretty proud of, honestly. Italian beef, and we did like a
His eyes light up.
Parmesan
when he
chicken
sees you.
thing. Oh, hello.
Excellent. I'm short for the morning edition. Fancy giving a quick interview? People around here are always keen to hear from outsiders. Plus, there's a fee in it for you.
The man throws you a few soft questions and scribbles shorthand into his notepad.
That's great. Let me get it typed up.
Disappears into the back. He left today's paper on his desk, but it looks off somehow. You struggle to make out the words. Instead
Oh,
of
dear.
letters, the paper's printed with curved symbols and sharp glyphs. The layout and photos are normal, but the text is wrong.
Oh my.
A lap of the room reveals the same.
Something demonic, it
Papers.
sounds like.
Notes. Even desk calendars are gibberish. The journalist returns
Where are you
and
from,
stops
Russia?
dead.
You a communist?
He rushes forward and catches you by the wrist, pulling you towards the door.
It's not for you.
He thrusts a coin into your hand.
You need to leave.
What?
The centers of his eyes bear two matching glyphs. He slams the door
Ah, that's
behind
pretty
you.
cool.
The sign above the door is written in those glyphs. Was it English before? Every street sign and business name
This
bears
is a
the
weird
same
one.
incomprehensible symbols. The townsfolk watch you go. Their eyes each carry their own symbol.
That's wonderfully creepy. I'm good on everything. Looks like we didn't even touch South Dakota or Nebraska. It's kind of nice that this makes a nice line until here. Splits off a little bit, but we'll make do. Probably go all the way down this line, then swing down southwest, and then head to Missouri and take a train somewhere. That sounds pretty good to me. Long walk ahead, but we're good for it. This game feels like it was like it feels like it was made to be like for people who always wanted to do like a road trip, like the big like cross country road trip, and never got a chance to. It's got just about as many hours as a real road trip would.
The graveyard's terrain is broken and warped, as though some great worm has rustled the earth beneath it. Graves jut out at odd angles from the rolling ground. From somewhere deep among the graves, a voice rings out.
Oh yeah?
You can't make out the words. They're made of unfamiliar vowels and clipped sounds, a language you don't speak. The voice
This
is
feels like
clear and sonorous,
Maybe I shouldn't mess with it.
feminine. It sounds like a chant or a summons. You finally see her at the top of a hillock, next to a fresh grave. Her straight
Shall we
figure
mess with
makes her seem like an antique pillar, standing with her shoes in grave dirt, clad in an austere dress that seems too much like a suit of armor.
Interesting.
Her eyes are blocked out by a
I have
dark
no idea what this is going
velvet
to turn into.
blindfold, and the cross before her is adorned with curious serpentine horns.
Miss, are you trying to raise the dead?
Blindfolded and deafened by her song, she doesn't notice as you approach, close enough to see the detail of her face. Younger than her dress suggests. When a gust of unnatural wind blows through the cemetery, she doesn't move. But something inside you shakes. Her
Let's take-
recitation
Sorry,
comes to an
I
end.
just
A rustling
accidentally
surrounds
bumped
you.
my
Fireflies
headphones.
in the air,
the
winking
the,
out
the
and
cord,
falling
and
to
it
the
just
ground
yanked in my
moss.
ears.
The grass turns brown beneath your feet. A bird impacts the ground near you like a missile.
Oh jeez!
Something clenches inside you.
Please don't kill me.
It's as if your throat
Jesus.
is blocked up, as if your lungs have lost the strength to hold air, as if your heart is forgetting how to pump.
Oh.
She kneels, dirtying her dress to plant one soft, longing kiss on the dirt covering the new grave.
Did she just kill me? She sure as hell did. I hope that farmhouse there can help me. How am I still moving? Oh my god. Just sucked all the life out of me. Please have some health for me. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, glorious lemonade. Probably should have run from that one. Oh well. Make our own mistakes. How am I doing this? Hit the north one first. Probably have to cross the river somewhere. Shoot. Is there anywhere we can cross? I can't tell. I can't tell how far it's gonna be. Maybe not. We might actually be okay. Looks like it's right on the water there. So I think we're okay. I hope. And if not, it looks like there's a crossing ahead too. Nice. What river is this? I like how they say. Alright, what do we got here?
This boy is
That the
capable of some intimidating
Missouri
eye
River.
contact.
It's kind of crushing up.
He holds your gaze long enough to make you squirm,
Ooh.
and then mercifully breaks the silence. Do you like riddles? He has a dull voice.
Sure.
Lovely and round, he says. Oh, he's jumping straight into it, huh? I shine with pale light. I am grown in the darkness. I'm a lady's delight. What am I? A pearl.
Moon.
That's
Oh.
right. Now your prize. He reaches inside his overalls and freezes. The confident air with which he quizzed you is gone, and you're staring at a pale portrait of horror. He's escaped! The boy screams at you. Run!
What? Oh no. Young man, what did you have in your pocket? I'm a little concerned. Oh, I'm so glad we're at that mountain range. Now we can just walk straight to places that we want to go, not have to go around. Except for the rivers. Still gotta deal with the rivers, but whatever, we can manage. Run! Alright. I hit this one, and then I want to
The
check how
old
long we've been
man
playing.
sits by the roadside. A post protrudes from the dirt. A mismatched set of horseshoes tethered to the top with colorful string. I wish I knew where it went, he mutters. He glances up and startles. I know you. We've met before, haven't we? I know you. He stands, triumph in his smile. It's been 50 years, but I'd recognize you anywhere, General. He fingers his lapel. I don't have it anymore, but I remember that day so well. You shook my hand. He offers that hand to you.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
He blinks rapidly, then his eyes focus.
I'm worried that he would, like, grab my hand
Sorry,
and then, like,
stranger.
stab me or something.
He smiles awkwardly, clearly embarrassed. My eyes aren't what they were. They said this was a place for finding lost things.
Oh.
He nods at the post. I guess I saw what I wanted to. Little piece of history. He brushes dust off his lapel. I guess some things are best left in the past. Maybe that's the lesson.
Interesting. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we've been doing this about an hour, so I think we can continue on. Okay, southeast. And off we go. You know, I hate that the whistling cancels out this music, so we're just gonna walk slowly and enjoy this music. And the music ends. Oh well. Any of the music's nice. Like, anytime the whistling has to cancel out the music just makes me disappointed, because I just want to hear more of it. It's just good all around. I really gotta check. I'm about 90% sure I do have the soundtrack to this, which is good, because it's clearly a great soundtrack. I feel like that's the key to a good experimental game or walking sim game like this. Like, if you've got good music to distract people, you can kind of get by a little easier with having a awkward or strange story to tell. Well, ain't this nice, this little weird peninsula in the middle of nowhere. Where is this? Like, this must be a city. Pierre what? Pierre 1. I'm getting sleepy. I need another campfire. The bull with the flaming crown. Just doubling up on that one. The Bull King.
The child murmurs softly.
Aw.
The woman blurts out a reply.
Don't call me that. Just don't.
When she realizes the impact of her words, her face
no.
crumples with regret.
Poor thing.
And she notices
I don't know
you.
what's going on, but
Please,
I feel for her.
could you help?
I probably can.
Have you heard about a missing child? Any reports of a girl like this?
What?
She nods to the girl tucked under her arm. The girl gasps
What?
as if slapped and pleads with the woman.
I'm not lost. Why are you being like this? Mother's playing
You got
this
dementia or something?
this game. She says she doesn't know me. Of course she knows me, but she won't stop.
Okay.
There's no particular resemblance between them, but they could still be related. The woman blurts,
I've been ill, feverish. But I wouldn't forget my own child. She can't be mine. But what can I do with her?
Girl, I'm trusting the girl.
the
Stay with
woman
Mama.
snarls.
Think I'll suddenly remember giving birth? Breastfeeding? Or do you just believe I'll learn to care? I worked myself sick.
She looks down at the crying girl. Oh, God. I have to, don't I? I can't abandon a child. The woman's expression is bleak.
God, I hope she realizes what she's doing soon. That kid's gonna be screwed.
You give the seated man a cursory nod as you pass, which he mistakes for interest.
Wondering where you've seen me before?
He beams.
Oh,
How
boy.
about on the roundabout roads and twisting trails of America the Beautiful? Yes, I'm Walking Willis.
I don't think I've heard of you.
It's Walking Willis.
Oh, of course.
Funny, most folks know old Walking Willis. I've been walking across this great country back and forth for years now. You see, I ain't got a home. Walking's all I do. I'm always walking.
I'm not gonna mess with him.
Don't need it, friend.
He winks.
You keep that in your heart. And good walking to you.
Can you give me some rest? I'm a little tired, buddy. Okay, so what's next? No one in that city, right? Yeah. Do the cities show after I've already interacted with them? I guess they do. Okay, well. Yeah, I guess I gotta go. Guess I gotta go south here. Because we got this weird little turn. Right, because we're gonna hit these 3 in a row. And then we'll swing down there. Alright, I guess, follow the river, I guess. I feel like I should get back on the other side of it, though. Not much place to sleep. Got so many stops to make, though. Let's take it slow. Hope that we come across a friendly home that can offer a place to nap. I think once I get one more of these recordings in and one more Legend of Zelda, I'll have about a month's worth of stuff, which I think next week is my last week of things that I have. So I'll finish out February. So go into April. Cool. So we're still on track. I think I still might be able to finish Breath of the Wild in the time frame that I want to. Maybe. It might stretch over a little bit. But like I said, by that time, who knows what's going to happen. We might have another foster kid by then. We might be planning another trip. I don't know. It's kind of who knows what's going to happen. So we'll just have to play it by ear. Alright, we got some interesting tales here. Omaha. We got the murderous ghosts. The silly murderous ghosts. Because it's a joke. The murder is funny.
You walk along the tracks for an hour, toward the smell of the coal baking in the sun. The train is idling at the station, sputtering, exhausted. A child paces up and down the line of black carriages, clutching a bundle of rags to her chest. She cranes her neck, figuring the height of the cars. You scared her half to death. She stares, absolutely petrified as you approach. It was an accident, she whispers. All you can see in the heap of blankets she carries in her arms is the infant's tiny leg, pale and blue.
Now I'm curious what she would have said if I didn't do anything. Would she like try to hide the baby or what? Like, oh my god.
A group of men
Tragic.
across the street from the jail wave you over.
Thank God you're here.
The man is sweating profusely.
I thought George hadn't come through for us.
Another eyes you appraisingly.
Not
We're
much
doing a
brown on you.
jailbreak?
You better have the brains to compensate.
No need to play dumb, it's just us here. We can speak openly. The sweating man seems impatient.
Your role has changed slightly. You'll still be the distraction, but it's gotten riskier. Davis's fault. We think the guards recognized him.
Well,
No time for that.
No,
The
no.
sweating man takes charge.
No,
We got
no.
the dynamite. We know the timings. The longer we wait, the riskier it gets. You
He points at you, then down the street.
make a scene. If you can involve the police, all the better. Then scram.
Okay.
It's too early for the shops to be open, but a car is parked awkwardly outside the grocer's. There are an unusual number of men in the street. Several have the awkward casualness of a policeman trying to look like a civilian.
Oh boy.
The gang is
Screw
risking liberty,
A-cab.
perhaps life, to rescue their own. Such loyalty is admirable. You could assist without being implicated. If you cried out in agony, it would briefly catch official attention,
That seems like a...
and the gang would
poor
get an
plan.
unwatched moment. It might be enough. Your
See what we get.
backspasm is convincing. For a few seconds, all eyes are on you. The two officers who assist you to a bench could be clearing the area of civilians or genuinely solicitous about your pain. Either way, you bought the gang a moment in which to plant the dynamite.
I don't think you should wait. I think you
A
should get the
sudden
hell out of there.
recovery might seem suspicious.
I mean, yeah, true.
Boom! Well, that was impressive.
What the hell?
You should probably make yourself scarce.
All right, and no one was the wiser. All right. Okay. And then I got, I think, a little bit of distance. Once we hit up that campsite, we'll get some sleep there. So that'll be good. And then I think that'll probably be a good spot to wrap up. Des Moines, the home of Slipknot. Note the flatness and the churches. The perfect place for Slipknot to be created. This is what happens when you live in Iowa. What story you got? Save the man's life with their food. +2. Oh, yeah. My mink story.
The sounds and smells of Runsiter's
Circus.
circus assault you as you step
Runsiter's.
through the awning. A paunchy man in a green bowler hat rushes over and grabs you by the arm.
Finally! I'm John Runsiter. I expected detectives an hour ago.
Why does everyone keep mistaking me from other people?
Muckaboy
I'm just
found
a
it this
skeleton
morning.
with a bindle.
Through here.
He steers you off the concourse into a white tent that stinks of piss and wet fur. Two banks of dirty cages crowd the space. Runsiter points to one at the end.
There.
I'm so glad that
A scrap of
circuses
tape
don't
above
really
the
have
cage
animals anymore.
reads, Sitka,
Like,
the tiger is dead.
oh,
There are no marks or wounds on its body,
jeez.
but a thick white foam coats its mouth.
You see?
He says,
Somebody's trying to ruin me.
over his shoulder, you see a figure skulking
It's
at the entrance.
1940s PETA.
They disappear from view as you look up. A quick search of the cage shows no signs of interference. At the back, you spot a plastic container lodged behind the bank of cages. It's unlabeled.
We got
He
here.
grunts.
Fire breathers use it as part of their routine. It's a mix of alcohol and, something. Safe unless you swallow it. You think...
He turns as two police officers enter the tent. Mr. Runsiter, we got your call. His head snaps back to you.
Hey, you're the one who assumed.
Runsiter steps toward you, balling a fist. He nods
Ooh.
at the cage.
You did this, didn't you?
Absolutely not.
Runsiter yells as you push past him.
I catch you near my animals again, I'll put you in a cage and let Sitka's mate have a turn with you.
All right. Don't mess with the tiger guy. Obviously. We've all learned that. Cedar Rapids. Is that Michigan? Is Michigan on the same level as Iowa? Cedar Rapids. No, it's still in Iowa. Okay. I thought Cedar Rapids was in Michigan. But then again, that's a generic enough name that it could probably be anywhere. It's like Springdale or Pleasant Valley. Alright, let's see who we got today. I think this is a familiar face. We got the old
Where are
poet.
you headed now? I'm
Wherever
thinking
I
about
feel
getting
like.
out to the coast again. I want to get to Frisco and gaze upon the Pacific Ocean like in days past. Contemplation of water is an
little
ancient
whiles away
healing
from that.
practice, you know? The vastness of the sea makes the personal wounds we suffer seem small in comparison.
Yeah.
That's the theory, anyway.
Well, I mean, you are a poet, so... you
Silas
kinda-
told me that once. I need
You
an
and Silas.
optimistic story right now. Something to put a smile on my face. Can you think of any like that?
Alright, something hopeful. I think most of my stories would probably count for you at this point. The butterflies? Yeah, butterflies are hopeful. Everyone loves butterflies.
That's a good one. We do reach up like that, towards hope, joy.
I feel like
You don't
eyes
really enjoy
glitching.
something unless you experience the lack of it, too. Hunger makes the food taste better, and so on. It's an old idea. This is what I tell myself about sorrow,
It's not
too.
uncommon, though.
That the joys couldn't be possible if it weren't for the lows as well. I don't know if I believe it all the way, though. In the end,
You can
a
be
deep,
happy without
powerful,
sadness.
consuming
It'd be
hunger
nice to not have
doesn't make
sadness.
food taste good. It just turns eating into a compulsion.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that?
I think I do. I was gonna say the crow, but apparently that's a hopeful story. I guess that makes sense. Let's see. Is the corn farmer a sad one? Dead man in the abandoned railway. Dead passengers. All the dead people, of course. I feel like I must have just changed something out, because I'm not seeing any sad ones. The abandoned farmhouse. Is that? No, that's a scary one. Those are all scary ones. Damn it. White Rider? No. Dang. Shoot. I don't got anything sad for him. I hope it doesn't ask for multiple sad ones. Boy and his dog. There we go. Jeez. Couldn't find anything good.
The tragedy in that story, it's real. Have you ever tried writing poetry?
Yeah.
When things change.
Just for school.
Trying to understand that something is truly lost is difficult work. To think, I didn't mean enough to Silas for him to want to stay with me. Or his fear got the better of his desire and he settled for something he didn't want instead. Or I meant nothing to him anyway. It was all a lie.
It's like you're writing a poem right now.
These things do a number on me when I'm out here on my own. Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates
boy.
with my
More
own.
sadness.
Do you know
Okay.
any stories like that?
Let's see what else I got. I feel like the mindless laundress should be one. Yeah. There we go.
That one
Gotta remember
is
to
like
switch over
getting
to more
locked
sad
out in the
stories for him
cold
in the future.
with nothing but your sorrow. I liked it. You have a lot to be sad about? Come and join me. Be a writer. Or, even better, be a poet.
That's, I mean,
It takes a special kind of fool to become a poet.
at least you know what you're doing.
Writing poetry won't make your sadness go away, nor will your problems be solved.
No, you also have no money.
But at least you'll be able to look back and know how you felt, because there's a record of it. Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any
Sir.
stories like that?
You need help. Cat and the Dead Horse. I believe that is a sad one.
That one was like
Yep.
getting locked out in the cold with nothing but your sorrow. Is love a spiritual failing? Silas was interested in Zen, and sometimes he would talk about cutting off desires, breaking away from attachments to forms. The irony isn't lost on me that I failed so completely at this, especially as it regards him. Is he so spiritually accomplished that he can do that about me? Does he just sit
Maybe.
there in his perfect meditation, feeling no desire, needing no one? If so, then why is he with someone right now? Last town I stopped in, I didn't have cash for the bookstore. Do you have any stories like those paperback adventures?
I've got adventures, man. Lucky for you, I do have those. It's a good adventure one. I think the strange bus. Yeah, the shady painters. Getting ready for a showdown with
Exciting.
the cops.
Well, that's not the kind of thing I can write, but I like hearing it told. Choices used to bother Silas. He used to worry a lot about doing the right thing. He had a strong sense of morality. I was
yeah?
different from him in that way. The right thing isn't the thing I naturally want to do. Frequently, I don't do it, and I have to deal with the consequences. But I don't see why I shouldn't keep
This guy has a
pursuing
weird
that.
sense of
I'm built
introspection.
around a bundle of desires, just like anyone else. There were times when I thought Silas could see things this way too. Here's the sun,
Apparently not.
and my time to go. My
Guess I'll
next
have to
leg
catch you
takes me
somewhere
down the
else.
road this way.
Oof.
I'll be looking for some new sights,
I might
or some
actually
new
be
clarity.
heading that way. Kinda. Yeah,
But
actually.
I suppose I'll be carrying
I might see you
Pauline
there.
and Silas around with me there too. That's no kind of clarity. Is that a spiritual failure? Or is it a natural thing? Perhaps I'll have an answer for you when next we meet.
Well, alright then.
More likely, though, I won't.
Gotta say, the guy's a little weird, but he is the most honest of some of the characters that we've run into. Alright. So he's... the fish tellers. Okay, so we'll still go through with my plan of hit up these spots, and then we'll meet him over there in Missouri. Hang on. Yeah, you know what? I'll just wrap up here. We'll get these two stories in, and then we'll wrap up, and then I'll just skip down to where the next set of
The
tales
only
are.
place in town that will let you through the door is a smoky windowed lounge, advertising cheap drinks and sweet-voiced singers.
Sounds pleasant.
When the singer comes on stage, though, something about him seems familiar.
He's the wolf.
The other guests recognize him too. They all
What?
bolt out the door. The manager rushes on stage.
This isn't the same guy.
He bellows.
We fired his brother.
You realize this singer
this the one
is
that,
a
like,
perfect
made everyone vomit
doppelganger
and,
of
like,
the one who scrambled
down
your
the house?
brains with his song. There are a few wild-eyed diehards left near the stage.
I wonder.
We want your brother.
They shout.
I can't do that shit.
The singer protests. Suddenly, his eyes widen, and he points a shaking hand toward you.
Oh boy.
But you could do it.
He says,
I don't
You
know,
got
man.
a dose of the good stuff.
I got the good stuff, huh? Well,
You
as I
take your
said,
place
never turned
at
down
the
a chance to sing.
microphone. The fanatics gather at your feet. Men and women, old and young.
Let's see what these old bones can let
Lips
loose.
parted in sweet anticipation. Sing, they whisper. You're not sure what you sing. It escapes your ears somehow. But while you're on stage, you hold their lives in your fist. They'd take bullets for you. They'd lay themselves down in the river and let you make a bridge of their backs. Is this what performers feel all the time?
Only if they're good enough.
As soon as it's over, the feeling's gone.
I don't get that feeling much
But
with
you won't be
karaoke.
getting it back.
Most of the time.
Something inside you, some chance eclipse of power and opportunity, has shifted out of alignment. The singer pats you nervously on the shoulder. Thanks, the manager whispers.
Say I've only gotten that response really maybe 2 or 3 times at karaoke. Once was doing Welcome to the Black Parade. Once was doing Every Time We Touch by Cascada. And
This church's doors stand open.
I don't know.
You wander in
Maybe
to
doing
ask
Welcome
for a
to the
glass of
Internet.
water. There's no preacher, only a disheveled music teacher and a class of young men picking out bawdy songs on the organ.
Why are you going in for water?
The
in
group
this
can't
place?
hear you over an improvised erotic limerick shouted over an equally indelicate tune.
I'm
The
not.
verses
I'm not gonna
escalate
bother.
in depravity
Oh boy.
until the music
We got an
finally
aristocrats
swells
joke.
and comes to the grand finale. Smiling,
Oh
the
shoot.
teacher invites you to a seat in the pews.
Oh, good.
A boy returns with water and cookies. And as you eat, the group sings a song about genitalia in perfect 3-part harmony.
That's pretty great.
Wonderful! The teacher cries. Again!
That's a fun way to end. All right, cool. Well, that's it for this week. When you come back, I'll be down here in Kansas. But yeah, I hope you guys are liking this as much as I am. This is some fun storytelling, and I'm genuinely enjoying it. So, but that's it for this week. Come back for more next week at the same day, or you can check out my other videos across other days. Yeah, just there's plenty of other stuff to watch. So, check out everything else my channel has to offer. So, thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.